beforehand. Deputy Opposition Leader Susan Lee says Labor need to come clean about who knew what and when.
The Prime Minister needs to simply answer whether anyone on his front bench or in any of their offices was made aware of this allegation before it became public, and give us the details about that timeline.
6 banks, including the Big Four, have been caught mishandling the accounts of dead customers. The Banking Code Compliance Committee found poor practices are making it difficult for families to manage deceased estates. Chief Executive Prue Monument says they are most concerned about fees being charged, the services no longer being provided.
In many instances, they'd been advised that the customers had passed away. There were delays in responding to requests or acting on instructions. This was a common issue. And also we heard that customers felt a lack of respect and compassion.
The Defence Minister says he'll act on expert recommendations over whether to strip medals from ADF personnel who oversaw alleged war crimes in Afghanistan. The sociologist who sparked the Brereton inquiry has joined calls for honours to be reconsidered in the wake of its findings. Richard Miles says proper processes must be followed.
The Chief of the Defence Force has gone through a process around command accountability, and his recommendations are now on my desk, and I'm taking appropriate advice and will go through a process in relation to that in terms of the decisions that I ultimately make.
And David Koch has been farewelled from Sunrise after 21 years on Seven's breakfast TV show. He was joined by his family for this morning's final show. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Collect the newest 2023 AFL footy cards, available at Sports Card World, Regent Arcade.
Round 13 in the AFL continues tonight. Port Adelaide will be looking to extend their record winning streak when they take on the Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. The Power have won 9 in a row and are currently in second spot on the ladder and can cement that position with a win against the Dogs. The game will be live on 5AA. Adelaide coach Matthew Nicks is imploring his team to do justice to Taylor Walker's 250-game milestone and avoid a slip-up tomorrow against West Coast. To cricket, Australia is in a commanding position heading into Day 3 of the World Test Championship at the Oval. India is 1 for 151, trailing Australia by 318 runs. And world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz will face Novak Djokovic tonight for a place in the French Open final. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
Look out for crash at Parafield, Main North Road near Kesters Road. At Halloran Hill, another collision there. Main South Road near Candy Road. And Torrensville, another smash. Henley Beach Road near Packet Avenue. Quite busy at the moment. South Road at Edwardstown. Also South Road near Grand Junction Road. And look out for cameras. The Savo, Bradley Grove, Mitchell Park and Dawes Road at St Mary's. Doing a reno? Run out of money? Think it's all over? Beaumont's Clearance Centre Richmond to the rescue with bathroom tiles from $16.85 per square metre. Hurry in. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A shower or two this afternoon, a shower or two tomorrow, 17. Sunday, partly cloudy and 18. Showers developing Monday, 19. Right now, it's 15 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Monarto heartbreak over the death of the Chimp Troop's alpha male, unmasking the Adelaide man accused of taking part in a lucrative international cyber scam. Signs SA's latest COVID wave might soon be over. The simple online tool to work out which solar technology will save you the most. Plus the Aussie lab treating heart disease in real time. I'm Brenton Braglis. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
6 minutes after 4 on your Friday afternoon. Welcome along to Footy Friday on 5AA. All thanks to Rusden Wines in the Barossa Valley, home of the Blackgut Shiraz. Go to rusdenwines.com.au. Stephen Rowe and Tim Ginniver, it's game night.
Oh, it's game night, all right. I've got the game face on. It's the Friday night footy feast, and I tell you what, can you feel it? Ooh. Hey, there's a line.
Hang on.
Don't you dare play it.
Oh,
Don't
you went there.
Say it.
Right. It's not in the same context as what you say. All right. Let's just
the poor fella. He's gone red.
I just don't want to go anywhere near that.
Okay.
Can Port make it the perfect 10. The Bo Derek, as I like to call it.
Oh.
Yeah, see his face light up there? There was a movie called 10. And it was this actress called Bo Derek, 1979.
I had her on my wall, an A1
she was
poster.
Gorgeous, wasn't she?
With Raquel Welch.
And, yes,
side by side.
And the great Dudley Moore played the part.
I know.
Yes, of
perfect 10.
It's amazing, perfect 10.
When she was strolling down that beach.
And that's what Port Adelaide are aiming for tonight. Not Bo Derek, they're aiming for the perfect 10 win, so we'll see how they go with that one.
You confident? Because you're calling it straight after this with Treaders.
Yeah, I think I am.
Under the roof.
Yeah.
If you win this, you'll be flag favourites.
Yeah, we had a real battle with them here at Adelaide Oval, and I don't.
Was that gather round?
It was.
Too.
And I don't think Port were playing as well as what they are now.
Nah, correct.
So I think they're in better condition. They do like Marvel, and the Dogs have been sort of mixed bag a bit, a bit inconsistent. So I think if they can take care of their key forwards, which Norton's always a worry, and the Smalls around them, Waitman and the like, if they can do that. I reckon they can have a.
It's a midfield battle, Timmy.
It always is, because you know why? Midfield wins the game. Let's go to Ken.
They're two pretty good midfields, is what I would say. They've got some outstanding players in their midfield, and we've got some emerging young players plus some experienced players in there. So we feel like that we're capable of going against the Bulldogs, and I'm sure they think the same of us.
Yeah, it's going to be on, and their coach thinks Port Adelaide are going okay as well.
Oh, they're certainly playing influential footy. You know, we had them over there in the gather round and it was a tight game, and we've had some good tussles with them over the years, but it's been impressive the way they've played and got a good blend. So they're definitely one of the best going at the moment.
It's a love-in. That's a love-in.
It is a bit of a love-in, but I'm expecting a really fierce battle tonight. It should be a cracker because it means
I'm looking forward to
a lot to both teams.
Live and local on 5AA with you, Timmy.
Thank you very much, and I will be there calling it. They're going to be doing it without their skipper, Tom Jonas. He's a proud man.
It was tough to take, but it wasn't a complete surprise. The conversations have been pretty open and honest. As competitors and elite athletes, there's certainly going to be an element of ego in all of us. We probably wouldn't be here without that.
No, it's a great call.
I love this bloke.
Oh, I've always loved him, and that's
Team
why
first.
I just think, exactly. I just think that I think he will make his way back.
Of course he will.
He's just going to do it the hard way, but that's the way Tom's done everything in his career.
Warriors are warriors. They find a way, and he'll find a way. And that second half of the year, you'll see a lot of this bloke getting through. Hey, Ken Hinkley's going for 10 in a row. You said that. Extend his club record. It is on 9. They can extend it to 10. They'll be premiership favourites for mine if they can do it under the roof. It's Friday night footy. I went back in the archives because I can just picture Kenny Hinkley in the rooms tonight before the boys run out. Channel a little bit of this. This is vintage Kenny as he coached the Bell Park Dragons. That was his first coaching gig. I think a couple of flags in a row. Have a listen to Kenny.
Let's get ourselves together and focus on what you want to achieve. Right from the start, right from the very start, when I come to the club, we wanted to get somewhere. We wanted to take something. Right? That's what you wanted. Now you've got it staring at you. You've got it looking right you in the eye right now. We talked about it. We worked our way through it. We prepared you for the game. We got you right. We give you every chance to run this game out. Now you've got to give it back to us. You've got to want to give it back to everyone standing around this group now. You've got to want to take this thing and really drive it home. Drive the game home with controlled, hard footy. Controlled, hard footy. No one panic, be calm. And remember, most of all, what gives them the right to say Bell Park's got nothing left? Remember that. Bell Park, they got nothing to play for. Be stuffed, we got nothing to play for.
That's what they're doing right now. We'll go to CD. Timmy, I can feel a really good night coming ahead here.
Oh,
no. You know it was leading to this.
He's done
Crank
on
it up.
purpose. No. During the week. Yeah.
Well, that was on my Twitter account. Port Adelaide Footy Club posted that on our Twitter account.
There you go.
And I heard, so that was three-quarter time in a grand final. They went on to win, and he's inspired them. And he's an inspirational rooster, Kenny.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, I can feel what a night. Can I do a disclaimer? Poor old Timmy, can you feel it? You hate it, you dread it, you don't want anything to do with it.
We're going to have to do that
snuck out.
A DJ Driller mash up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to all Port people that are listening, Timmy had no control of the button that pushed that.
No.
He hates it.
I do.
He doesn't want to be linked to it in any way, shape or form.
No way.
And I'm on my Pat Malone with that. I can get my own death threats when I play that.
Yes,
Timmy.
indeed. Hey,
and I'm on my own.
Big night. Well, big day it will be
is.
for Tex Walker playing his 250th game. Here's Matthew Nix, the coach, on him.
I've been blessed and lucky enough that Tex found his form. I think there was a period there just prior to arriving where people thought he was slowing down, and he proved them wrong. And so I've been lucky enough to watch some of his best footy. He's really important to our group, both on and off the field. He's a leader. Even if he don't want to be, he's a leader. The guys follow him. So he'll leave an incredible legacy at this footy club. We just hope we can do that justice tomorrow. We hope we can put a performance on that he can remember it.
So yeah, you want to get these milestones right. You want to have a good win and celebrate afterwards, and that should be that should happen with this West Coast side that's very depleted. I had a question put to me today by an ex-umpire of ours, actually, Mick Abbott. Remember
Mickey Abbott.
He said, Timmy, is he the best key position player, both sides of his body?
Would be close.
Best two-sided key position player. That's a good question, isn't it? Because not many key position players are two-sided.
Okay, let's put that to our guest after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I reckon Treaders would say hello.
Well, Treaders is going to be right up there.
His
Don't
left
worry.
foot.
He used to swing on it all the time and could kick
I used to say to him,
further.
kick off your left.
Yeah. So I reckon Treaders is
He'd
up
say
there.
hello.
But I reckon that you've got to
call.
find a couple more.
It's his 250th. It's a home game. Disappointing loss against the Sun. West Coast are woeful. They got the bye at round 14. Need to get back on and into their best. We'll be calling that from 10 past 4. Here's the outs. This team of outs would smash this Eagles team that's in on the weekend. Wow. Led by Nick Nat Nui in ruck. Barrass at fullback.
Yep.
You got McGovern at centre half-back.
Wow.
You got Cripps and Cole just digging around there. You got Duggan as well. Hearn down back with Jones running off the half-back flank and Ryan, their best small forward.
Wow.
What
a side.
Well, that's who's out.
That's missing.
Now, you take that sort of talent, those positions, the first choices, and premiership players out of any team, you're going to get smoked by a hunch.
Well, I said on Brekkie this morning, 2,156 games out.
You get smoked.
And with those names, you can see why.
There you go.
It's incredible.
We're playing their twos.
Another guy who won't be playing, unfortunately, is Tommy Duday, and he was on our 5AA Brekkie team this morning.
Yeah, last time I was sort of, as soon as it happened, I was just surgery straight away. Let's get into this. I want to get back. This time was knowing that I've got 12 months of pretty tough times ahead of me. I was just, give me a week to get my head around it, go see family up in Gold Coast, and got friends coming over this weekend, have a nice weekend with them, and then get into it, because I know it's quite a tough journey going forward.
Yeah, it's right at the beginning of that journey,
right.
so he's going to have that op after he sees family and friends, so fair enough too, mate. All the best with it.
The timing is just awful.
Yeah.
Fancy being a free agent,
yeah.
waiting and waiting and waiting. No, I'll wait. Then you do a knee.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. Guess what? I think you should play it again.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Hang on, you through to that.
Oh, he plays that so well. So 150 here for Travis Head. 4th time he's won past 150 in Test match cricket.
Wow.
That is
outstanding, wasn't it? And you know what I love?
Cannot lose from here.
Oh, yeah, well, that...
Oh, no.
I think
What?
you might...
Aren't we going to cross to the Oval? Barrett's from the road.
Yep,
You
we are.
cannot. No. By the numbers, you cannot lose from here.
Only day 2. All sorts of things happen. I'll tell you what, though, I love the way our bowlers went about it, especially Scotty Boland. Gee, he was miserly. Just have a listen to some of these wickets.
Bolded. Scott Boland on the money. Relentless. Has gone through the defence of Shubman Gill.
Oh, another one. Another one not offering a shot.
Cameron Green is overjoyed. Australia are overjoyed. The Sentinel is gone. India lose number 3. And as you say it, get it moving away to that slip cordon. A bit of extra bounce from nowhere from Stark. Big blow for India.
Coley hit high on the bat up near the splice. Good catch, Steve Smith.
Oh, there you go. Fantastic stuff. Love those wickets falling. Love them shouldering arms and getting bowled. Nothing better. And Scotty Boland's, that hit the middle stump.
5 down and we led by 300 plus. Excellent position.
And that deck's going to do a bit. What a bob of peanuts leaving out Ashwood.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly.
Stephen.
Okay,
Stephen.
Unique Homestyle Foods.
Yeah, they're
text
good.
line. Row. Timmy G, remember, in 2021, Crows did 13 in a row. Beat that, TG.
Were they losses?
What?
They were losses, weren't
What?
they? I think they were losses.
Yes, they were.
Oh, dear. That's not very nice. Where
Who
they did
sent that in?
I don't know. I'd like this
I
one.
reckon they were too.
Now, here's a warning for you.
Please. All right,
on the
whatever.
Unique Homestyle Foods text. Hi, Rowey and Tim. Rowey, don't play that tune. Can you feel it? I'm jumping off this tractor and driving straight to FIVEAA. If you do, that's Tim on the tractor.
Tim, I didn't play it. You did, Tim.
I accidentally played it, Tim. Sorry, mate.
It wasn't me.
My apologies.
I'm actually not playing it again. I have legit
You
got
have actually stopped.
some real threats.
It was just a trigger from the great man across the table.
yeah, it was an
Probably
accident.
don't make that mistake again.
It'll never happen again, number one.
No, 18 minutes after 4. Good
Wow.
man, Tim. On the show tonight, after 5 o'clock, Warren Treadray is going to join us. We'll check in with both Crows and Port Adelaide, James Rahley and Chris Davies live at Marvel Stadium. We've got Bharat Sundaresan live at the Oval in the UK ahead of day 3 tonight. Matt Short from the Strikers, who signed on, and Terry McAuliffe with some tips. It's all part of Footy Friday for Rusden Wines. Tonight it is 19 after 4. We'll take some calls next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. It's time to celebrate great South Australian businesses, and you'll find the very best in 5AA's Best of SA.
The Adelaide Hills is known for thriving treescapes, and Balhanna Nurseries have spread that hills vibrance to backyards across Adelaide since 1887. Top quality Balhanna Nurseries fruit, ornamental and old favourite trees bring gardens to life far and wide. Ask for Balhanna Nurseries at your local garden centre and take a piece of the hills home.
The Best of SA, thanks to major sponsor Maxima and Adelaide's 5AA.
How would you like a Porsche Macan and a Hawaiian holiday? Get your tickets in the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery by midnight tonight. And you could be one of 3 winners of the Porsche and Paradise bonus draws. Your tickets will stay in over 13,000 prize draws, including the $4 million grand prize. But you'd better hurry, only hours remain. To see full details, visit homelottery.com.au by midnight tonight. Licence M14364.
The all-new Amarok is finally here at Southern Volkswagen Ranella. The all-new Amarok is in stock and ready to test drive. Don't delay. Call Southern Volkswagen now and test drive today. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Southern Volkswagen. LVD 152780.
Rowey, I know you've experienced this, but there's probably people out there maybe got space in their shed or haven't got space in their shed. Their workshop, your home. And you're just thinking, I've got to get this right. I've got to get the storage right.
It's important.
It is. So get into Sharman Shelving, because this is what they love doing. They love turning any space into a storage space, and it'll look brilliant as well. Bill and Christine, they'll come to your home, office, workshop, shed, whatever it is. They'll measure up, then design, deliver, and assemble the perfect storage solution for you in a great range of colours as well.
Now, this is a fact. Nobody in this entire state can do that.
No.
And even want to do that.
No.
They love doing this.
No interest in doing it.
No, none. Goodbye space, hello storage space.
Hello.
I believe this. Pembo as well got a big tool shed.
You did it?
Done, yeah.
Well played.
I've got to get you out there, Tim.
Yeah, I need space.
Mine is red and blue.
Yeah,
Because half is tools, the other half is my fishing gear, and he's got a red legs emblem right in the middle of it. He could put a Maggie one there for you.
I'm going to get
because he
mine.
likes them.
I'd like an image of myself. That'd be.
Nah. What? The big juniper? The big juniper.
He wouldn't be able to get enough steel to get this chin in.
There's a couple of texts here. Juniper versus Beveridge, the best set of chompers in footy.
Wow.
You don't have chompers.
There you go. Oh, good set.
Yeah, they're pretty big. Yeah. Anyway, goodbye space, hello storage bay. Sorry about this, Bill, that we digressed there. It's all done for you, and that's what I love. Actually, you just go like this. Bill.
Over there.
Straight there, please. Thank you very much. Then it comes back with the design. You want to put it together? Yeah, I do. Away you go.
Solution done. And that's what it's about. When it comes to storage solutions, everyone needs a little shaman in their life. So call into the showroom at 412 North East Road, Windsor Gardens, or visit shamanshelving.com.au or take a look on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, we have specialised in commercial and residential property management. But above all, we specialise in people, helping to make life easy for property investors and the tenants of their properties. Everyone is treated with integrity and respect. That's the Lynn Andrews way. For commercial and residential property management, we are here to help. Visit lynandrews.com.au.
Treat yourself to a winter getaway and unlock something extraordinary, a complimentary minibar. Book direct with participating SA Weekend Escapes hotels this winter and enjoy a free minibar upon arrival. Discover some of South Australia's hidden gems, from Berry to Victor Harbour to Kangaroo Island and more. Immerse yourself in picturesque landscapes, indulge in gourmet delights and embrace unique experiences. Visit saweekendescapes.com.au to unlock your free minibar and embrace the magic of South Australia.
There's always something you can WEA. We have hundreds of courses available, from bookkeeping to balloon animals. It's a giraffe. Visit wea-sa.com.au to browse the course guide today.
Everyone loves Aldi's fresh, crunchy, Aussie-grown broccoli, especially now it's just $3.49 a kilo.
Mum, I hate it.
I said everyone. Aldi. Good, different.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
23 minutes after 4. Rossdale Homes, Adelaide's fixed price custom home builder. Trust is a must. We're going to get to your calls in just a moment. $50 Powers voucher if you want to get involved in the show. 8223 0000. First, just check your traffic though. Don't miss out on 3 Portion Paradise bonus draws. Deadline is midnight Friday. Homelottery.com.au.
G'day there, Davern Park looking out for a crash, Heightsbury Road near Petherton Road. O'Halloran Hill, another collision there, Main South Road near Candy Road, and Torrance Park got road damage due to previous waterworks, Belair Road near Grange Road. But busy at the moment, Fullerton Road at the Britannia Roundabout, with cameras on the drive home, Dunrobin Road, Warradale, and Gage Streets at Firle. Bob Jane T-Marts have a great deal for you this June. Head down to your local T-Mart and get 30% off a large range of selected Kumo when you buy 4 tyres. I'll look after you, T's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic guide, 5AA.
Well, we started with Bo Derek. This is hot-blooded. Check and see. Who is this?
It was absolutely no doubt. Yeah,
so
not
can
the lead.
you hear, because you know how I'm learning the trumpet every Wednesday
You
with
are,
Dizzy?
yes.
So can you hear the music and then play that riff?
I'm guessing about... No, I can't play riffs. I'm not good enough to do that. But
Okay.
I can hear, there's probably A and D in there. I can sort of hear the
Well, I'm about
chords.
there with my trumpet. So where I am with my trumpet after 2 years,
Yeah.
you're with your guitar after...
Oh, yeah, too long. I think I've been playing since 15, so...
Would you
40
be better than Stud?
Oh, by a mile.
Seriously?
Yeah.
We might have a guitar
No,
off.
I've seen him play.
We might have a guitar off.
And I'll tell you what, better singer.
This is getting
All due
played
credit,
next week.
You big Bo Derek head. Hello, Anthony.
Good evening, boys. How are we?
Hey, Ed.
Just 2 quick points. Timmy, are you surprised that Port dropped Ryan Burton this week?
I must say it did come as a surprise, and I'm not sure whether it's brought about. I feel like he's almost been a victim of us having injuries.
Correct.
And he was been thrown forward and then thrown back, and I don't think he got to settle because he is a very good defender. And I think in the end, he'll end up back in our side in that back six, I reckon.
The coach has stuffed him up, Anthony, in my opinion.
Well, it was just a need at the time, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, I think the same thing. Like last week, he went up forward. He started forward, and then with the injuries and whatever, he had to go back, and then that's when he actually got into the game.
Yeah.
When he played, he got better into the when he was down back.
Mm.
And my second quick question is the World Test Championship. Why is that in England? That's the second time it's been in England Do you guys know why? I would have thought that
My thought would be it has to be a neutral ground, a neutral country, because you wouldn't want it in either Australia and or India, because you get that.
Well, I thought it was
advantage.
always meant to be at Lord's, the home of cricket, because it's an ICC championship.
Yep, so it's a spiritual home of cricket.
It's a spiritual
England,
home of
but
cricket.
also it's pre-selected before this 2-year cycle
That's
begins.
right.
Okay, so it's already predetermined.
Yeah.
There you go, Anthony.
Thank
so
you,
it's
Anthony.
yeah, there you go.
Just on Burton, we didn't do enough of that. We'll do it with Treaders after 5. He's in front of Farrell and Williams for me, even in poor form.
He's different to
I
those
know
two
he's a
roles.
bit different.
Yeah, he's different to those
but he's
two
flexible.
roles.
He can play tall, small.
I got a
he's
feeling,
a genuine kick out.
I got a feeling that they're going to put Burton in that. Bergman in that slot. This
Okay.
week. That's what I reckon.
Well, we've got CD on. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask a question.
Is he up to his eyeballs with re-signing him? Is that a good question?
Well, it'll be. Yeah, I think he'd be a big priority.
All right. Hello, Russ.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, we're good, Russ.
Good, Russ.
Okay, hey, Timmy.
Yes, mate.
Last year, you went out to a Port and Central game at Elizabeth.
I did.
And there was a young lad that took your eye.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, gee, was he on loan from Westies?
Yes,
That's right. What was his name?
Kai Roberts.
Kai Roberts. Yeah, and he played quite well. He was only about 17, wasn't he? Back
19,
then?
18, 19,
Yeah,
yeah.
right, yeah.
The
How's he
reason-
going? Where
the
is he?
reason- The reason I'm ringing, he got 4 wood sits for the B grade at Westies this year, and he's left, and he's at Murray Bridge
Oh, wow.
with Ramblers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In 4 games, he's got 2 first, a second and a third vote on the ground. He's now playing for the association team this Saturday.
Wow. Oh,
Isn't
there
that
you go.
great?
Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, that's fantastic, Russ. He's obviously still in good form, but he wouldn't be that old, would he? About 19 then?
Yeah, 20.
20 now.
Yep.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But disgusting on Westie's half.
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing, but hey, it might be an opportunity around the corner. It's never too late, that's for sure. Not at 20.
I just Googled him. He was one of the development players for Port Adelaide in 2022.
Yeah, I can remember he got
Loaned out to him
loaned
for-
out,
yeah.
and he played this game out at Elizabeth, and I did it for Channel 7. I went, gee, I liked his game.
He's a
very
smooth-looking
tight.
bloke.
Yeah, he was a ripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you for that, Russ.
Good one, Russ. Level that up.
Love a local
Beautiful.
bumper. Absolutely. 29 minutes after 4, we'll get to the headlines, and then James Rowley from the Adelaide Crows to join us next.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. 5AA Breakfast.
Liv's looking a bit wobbly, isn't it? Looking more than a bit wobbly. The Premier's not wrong to say that there are contracts signed. How can you have a contract with something that doesn't exist?
Informing Adelaide.
Is the format of Live dead, but do we get the PGA at Grange next year? Well, okay, maybe. Yeah, that'd be a nice arrangement. Are you still allowed to chuck bottles onto the green, though? Well, that goes to the heart of the issue, doesn't it?
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A woman has been taken to hospital after a house fire on Murray Street at Angle Park. The number of new COVID cases in SA has dropped in the past week. There have been just over 2,500 compared to 3,700 in the previous 7 days. The annual Cabaret Festival opens tonight and will run until June 24. And in sport, the Power meet the Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium tonight. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
G'day there at Davern Park. There's a crash, Hightsbury Road near Petherton Road. O'Halloran Hill, another crash there, Main South Road near Candy Road. And look out for road damage on the drive home to Torrance Park. It's due to previous waterworks and it's on Belair Road near Grange Road. Quite busy at the moment, Fullerton Road and the Britannia roundabouts. And look out for cameras, Main North Road, Medindi and Mortimer Street to Karata Park. Hurry into BWS for big deals this long weekend. Grab a case of Pure Blonde Ultra Low Carb Lager bottles or cans for $52. Hurry, ends Monday. T's and C's apply. Choose to drink wise. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, a possible shower tonight 10, a shower or two tomorrow 17. Right now it's 13 degrees. We'll have more news at 5 and as it happens on 5AA.
Australia, now is the best time to enjoy Aussie fresh fruit and veg.
And right now, Coles 100% Aussie Imperial mandarins are in season and $2.70 a kilo. Just $2.70.
This week at Coles.
Offer ends Tuesday.
And I'm feeling...
One of the world's greatest entertainers, Michael Bublé, returns to Adelaide June 13 and 14 at the Entertainment Centre. Don't miss Michael Bublé performing songs from his Grammy Award-winning album, Higher, original smash hits, and the great classics. New seats released from $86 on sale now at Ticketek. Tour details at tegdainty.com.
Breaking a windscreen, look, it's not sexy, it's unexciting and simply not fun. Can also be costly. At Complete Windscreens, we get it. All you want is same-day service at the best price and quality guaranteed. For near 50 years, this SA-owned and operated autoglass company has serviced your needs. Whether it's tinting, chip repair, calibration, supply and fit or glass cutting, we are there for you. 220 Main North Road Prospect, the big red koala out the front, completewindscreens.com.au.
You can have peace of mind anywhere, anytime with Care Alert. Did you know that if you have access to funding through My Aged Care, you can request our fully monitored personal alarm system with no out-of-pocket expenses? That's right, it won't cost you a cent. With features like fall detection and emergency call capabilities, it makes Care Alert the reliable choice for protection. Call 1300 75 85 95 or visit carealert.com.au to learn more. Stay safe and secure with Care Alert.
With even more NBN speed to more Australian homes, NBN is really made for more. More what, I hear you say? Well, more streaming. More gaming. And more working from home.
Bye.
Pretty cool, huh? To find out how you could enjoy a faster, more reliable NBN home connection, search NBN More Speed. Experiences may vary due to a range of factors.
It's SUV season at Mercedes-Benz, with significant end of financial year savings on select new and demonstrator models while stocks last. Shop in-store or online today. Ends the 30th of June. Terms and conditions apply.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
26 minutes to 5. Treader's going to join us in studio after 5 o'clock and we'll cross live very shortly to Marvel Stadium with Port's Chris Davies ahead of the game tonight against the Bulldogs.
Crows Eagles tomorrow, Adelaide Oval, 10 past 4 start, live and local. We'll be calling it in 5AA. Cannot wait. Get back on the horse. Joining us, Crows forward manager James Rowey. James, thanks for your time. Can I start with the Texan, 250th? What a club man, what a star.
Yes, no, we're all looking forward to the game and hopefully playing well for the big Texan. I came here, I think, when was I? 2021, and I think he kicked 15 goals the year before, and a lot of people were telling me his career was over. So, it was great for him to prove a few wrong the last couple of years.
Oh, I've loved his last couple of years playing the best footy. Tell us about a bit of the inside stuff. They ran a video of him, the highlights really got emotional. I know he's got over 150 tickets for his Broken Hill mates. They've all got a bus and got here. Just give us a bit of the insight, Rails.
Yes, poor old Lockie Scholl, he's playing his 50th game. I don't know if his parents can even come this week, which is unfortunate for them. I think he's got 100 tickets, something like that, ridiculous. But he did get emotional, the big boy, especially when a lot of his family and Broken Hill mates spoke about him. So, no, it's been a big week for him, and he deserves it.
What's his best trait?
Oh, I reckon it's just his balance with especially the young guys. Obviously, coming in, we've still got a pretty young list, and I reckon his balance with the boys on, being someone that's pretty hard on them at the right times, and then someone who really supports them and guides them and coaches them. So, look, he's great for the playing group. He's also been great for himself and the coaches.
And James, talking about traits, it was put to me today, would he be one of the best two-sided key position men in the game?
Oh, I think so. I think he's one of the best kicks the game's seen, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, I reckon, like field kick, he's obviously a good goal kicker as well, but obviously worked with Tom Hawkins at Geelong. He's a nice kick as well, but he's Tex, I don't know, there's not too many better, I reckon.
Excellent. I was going to say, you've got this list at the moment that's got those guys that are over 200 games, and you've got all these lads sort of under 100, and I think Keesey was one that clicked over 100 just this year. There's that big gap in the middle, but I think you've been able to cover off that experience with the guys that have stood up who are under 50 games, and Nick Murray comes to mind, and then the senior guys that we just talked about with Walker, Smith, Sloan and Laird, all standing up and playing great footy.
Yeah, I think that's the first part, that the older guys continue to play at a high level and help those younger guys. But I think that they've all come in together. So they've all come through together. So it's not like, we don't have that connection. I reckon we were building that connection over the last couple of years, and it's probably, clicked into gear this year, even though we've still, last couple of weeks, been a little bit inconsistent. But all of them coming through together and obviously adding one or two each year is sort of helped that.
What do you want to see from the team for 4 quarters tomorrow that may or may not have dropped off versus the Suns? Rails, what's the one focus point or two for tomorrow?
Oh, well, our contested ball numbers, which is, I think, we're the number one team throughout the start of the year, and obviously it's dropped off, obviously against the Bulldogs, and then the last half against the Gold Coast Suns was quite poor. So there's a lot in that. It's our work rate, it's our ability to outnumber around the footy, get back and help out defence. And then, and then hopefully we can get the ball in our hands. And at times we've used it quite well and given those boards a chance.
Yeah. How do you scout the Eagles or plan for the Eagles?
Yeah, well, we've had a look at the middle part of the game against Collingwood, which was really strong. I think they kicked 8 goals to 3. Listening to Adam Simpson, he's sort of happier with how they've been playing the last couple of weeks, even though they've fallen away towards the end. But we've been getting some good players back. I think it's the first time in 3 years they've had their sort of full contingency of mids this week. So, and they've been really strong around the ball. So if we can, battle around there and even up and get the ball going our way and keep it in our half, I think we'll be okay.
Looking forward to winning this one and getting through. When you do, heard a rumour that you might be having an old-fashioned presentation night. Where everybody will get in the room together and you'll hand out the envelopes for somebody winning $10 at the local car wash, the $10 at the cafe, and a jug for the team member of the game. Is that true or not?
Oh no, we did it. I think were you at it, Rowey? I think we did it.
Best night.
Yeah, so I think we're doing something similar as far as I know. But look, I'm not a part of it, but I'll get along and hopefully it's another good night.
I thought you'd be handing out those envelopes, mate, back in the good old days.
Coach's Award, maybe.
The Coach's Award, I like that one too.
Rails, have a ripper, back on the horse, West Coast tomorrow. We look forward to it. Got a lot of faith in this group. Away we go and have a ripper.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers. James Rowley, Adelaide Crows assistant coach as the forward line, does a ripping job.
Yeah,
got that forward line's clicked, it's gelled, it's flying. Hopefully Rankin's shoulder's okay. He'll get back and hurt them.
Yeah, well, you'd think
I love it, getting them in there quick. Just get it in there.
I don't think they would have chose him had he...
Nah.
It was just a stinger.
Apparently a little stinger.
He'd be right.
James Rowley, our guest.
Excellent work. It is 20 minutes to 5. We're going to check your traffic. Don't miss on the 3 Porsche Paradise bonus draws. The deadline is midnight tonight. Go to homelottery.com.au.
Afternoon, random passing showers to look out for damp roads on the drive home, and also look out for a crash at Davern Park, Hightsbury Road near Petherton Road. Another collision, this one's at O'Halloran Hill, Main South Road near Candy Road, and look out for road damage driving home at Torrens Park due to previous waterworks, Belair Road near Grange Road. Busy, Brighton Road at Oaklands Road with cameras, Alawina Avenue, Mitchell Park, and Mortimer Street at Karata Park. Get great value every day at Big W with new Bluey books, Bluey Unicourse and Mini Bluey, just $10. Wackadoo! Story time with the Healers at Big W while stocks last. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. What makes an iconic South Australian business? It's a special combination showcased in 5AA's Best of SA.
Alpha Industries are your local experts in creating space outdoors, verandas, carports, sheds and more. After almost 40 years, Alpha Industries can build almost anything you can think of out of Australian blue scope steel. See their display centres at 712 South Road, Glandore or 12 Stock Road, Cavan, or visit alphaindustries.com.au.
The Best of SA, thanks to major sponsor Maxima and Adelaide's 5AA.
Great news for people on the move. Budget Car and Truck Rental have a new location just north of the city at 354 North East Road, Clemzig. Open 7 days a week. So, if you're moving out or in, taking a load to the tip or going on a big trip, you can do it all with Budget Car and Truck Rental. 7 metro locations, including their new site at Clemzig. Call 13 27 27. That's 13 27 27.
In tough times, it's the simple things that make a big difference. Like $17 schnitzel days at the Albion Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. We know the humble schnitty can't fix all our problems, but we do know it'll put a smile on your dial. $17 schnitties Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays at the Albion Birkenhead Tavern, Excelsior and the Lighthouse Wharf. Making the world a better place. One schnitty at a time. Got to start somewhere. You just know it's a Barreau hotel.
That it is, 4:42. You know those RAA approved repairer signs? You see hundreds of repairers across SA. Do you know? They're not easy to get. Let me tell you right now. They put you through the absolute ringer, assessing them for quality, workmanship, fair pricing. So when you see that sign, you know you're in safe hands, which is really important. From servicing and mechanical problems to crash repairs, specialty jobs like air conditioner maintenance, South Aussies can trust an independent RAA-approved repairer to do the right job every single time. And whether you're new behind the wheel or a seasoned driver, regular servicing can save you nasty and expensive surprises down the track. You want to look after your vehicle. So there's a long list of independent repairers in SA. Search RAA approved repairer to find one near you. RAA approved repairers are independent service providers, not agents of RAA. Terms and conditions apply. Available from RAA.
Hurry into Ranella Mazda. We're stocked with CX-5 and CX-9 ready for immediate delivery. No reasonable offer will be refused. CX-5 and CX-9 stock must be cleared. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Ranella Mazda. LVD 152780.
Buying a home is a huge investment, not just financially, but emotionally. So a professional inspection is a must. But remember, not all house inspectors are equal.
It's hard to believe this, but you don't need a builder's licence to be a house inspector. That's why it's important to choose House Inspect Australia for the most qualified team of inspectors in the nation.
If you thought a good house inspector was hard to find, well, take a look at House Inspect Australia. Don't risk a dodgy inspection. Be 100% sure. Go to houseinspectaustralia.com.au.
It's official, prawn season has begun and SA King Prawns is the place to go for the freshest catch. When Tony, Heather and their crew aren't at sea, they're selling their delicious catch in the SA King Prawn Store in Edinburgh North and SA Farmers Market, Puraka. Pick up 5 kilos of raw prawns from $60. Buy 2 or more 5 kilo cartons, get $5 off per carton. SA King Prawns. Saturdays only at 15 Hewitson Road, Edinburgh North. Sundays only at the SA Farmers Market, Puraka.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
15 minutes to 5 on your Friday night. Baratsunda Racing's going to join us from the Oval very soon with Day 3 of the World Test Championship at 7 o'clock tonight, and Warren Treadray after 5 o'clock as well.
That it is. I'll tell you what, life in the fast lane. This man, has he been fast in his career? Buddy Franklin played his 350th game last night and kicked a couple of goals.
Gresham can impact. Here's Buddy. Second and third bite okay. In the Sydney cricket, the unstanders won and cheer their hero. To go past Doug Wade and to slide into outright fourth on the all-time goal kickers list. Welcome to the party, Buddy.
Yeah, congratulations. He's now 4th on the all-time list, as you heard, passing Doug Wade on 1,058. Jason Dunstall's 3rd, 1,254. Coventry, 1,299. 2nd, and you know, number 1, big Tony Lockett on 1,360.
Big names there. St Kilda, I think they've knocked Sydney out of the 8. They're done.
it didn't look good, did it?
So grand finalist to probably bottom 6.
It can happen.
Yeah, of course it can.
It's
Well, Norwood.
been quite common in
Norwood.
the last, I think it was 5 out of the last 8
is.
years or something like that.
Premiers to bottom, haven't won.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not
Never know your luck,
listening,
though.
not listening, not listening.
Well, I'll tell you what, Port Adelaide tonight could, as I said earlier in the show, could get the perfect 10. We're going to find out. Here's their football operations boss, GM of footy, Chris Davies. G'day, CD. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, Tim. How are you?
Excellent. Are you in your 9th year at the club now?
It's a very good question. It's been a decent period of time. Maybe 8 or 9. I'm not 100% sure, Tim. It all sort of moulds into one.
Well, just let me know, because I wanted to get you that 10-year anniversary card, which would meld into our 10 wins all in a row if that was the case. But I was going to ask you, mate, what's the biggest challenge you got on your desk right now?
Oh, obviously keeping the group, including our coaches, on the focus for the next couple of weeks. Obviously, massive game tonight, really big game next week, and then we get a bit of a break into the second half of the year. But look, the group is working pretty well at the moment, as you've seen through our performance.
Long time no speak, CD. Where you been?
I've been dodging you, Rowey, for the last period of time.
At least he's honest.
No. I've been around the place. You guys have obviously had more important guests to interview from Port Adelaide's perspective.
Mate, we miss you, CD. We miss you. Give us the lowdown for tonight. No late changes. You'll go in as named? Yep,
we will at this stage. So, really pleased to have both Travis and Charlie back into the team. They're two guys who I'm sure you'd agree can help to make us better. So welcoming them back, they're both ready to go.
Talk us through Bert's missing out.
Oh, look, I think just the shuffle of Travis probably coming back in mostly. Berto has been thrown around a little bit this year, which, has probably not overly helped him, but at the same time it's where the team needed him. So, he might be a little bit unlucky, but at the same time we've had a back 7 or 8 who have been doing a pretty good job so far this year. I've been really impressed with Bill Williams, who has just come from the clouds really to now become a pretty stable member of that group. But it's fantastic that we've also got the selection squeeze on to the point where someone who is a quality person and a quality player like Berto misses out.
Yeah, it does show your depth and development more than anything. You mentioned Williams. There's Jones, Boy, Bergman and Farrell. They've been fantastic. What about at the other end? Tommy Jones still in the sample?
Yeah, again has had an interrupted season so far. I think we can all see a way back for Tom into the AFL team, but right now he's been kept out by a group of players who are playing well. So, it's a selection for this week. But Tom still is at SANFL level, but I've got no doubt that he'll get back in at some point.
And Josh Sin, I really liked hearing that you want to give him a full game and give him that opportunity on a wing that I think he's going to be very good at.
Yeah, look, Josh has had an interrupted start to his AFL career. Played one game last year and then found himself out through injury for the majority of the rest of it. So we take a real concerted approach of trying to get him some game time at SANFL level. He's played 4 or 5 games there, came on as a sub last week, when we took Scooter out of the game. But the high performance staff and coaches felt like he was ready to play a full game tonight. So he's another player who we think can longer term make us better, and I'll be interested to see how he goes tonight.
Where do you think Miles Bergman plays his best footy, wing or back?
Well, he's going to play back tonight, so he'll get a real good go at that. I mean, he started his career as a half-back flanker. We tried to move him forward onto the wing this year, but then as the magnets fall, he's probably played his best footy so far this year as a defender. I think he's got the capability to go onto the wing and be a really good player into the future. And you've also seen he's played forward at times this year. But for this week, he'll play as a defender. He might get some time on the wing, but mainly back. But I think he's got some real capability to be a player at AFL level, and we're seeing the fruits of the coaches sticking with him over the last 2 or 3 years.
CD, 90% of players not signed before round 12 leave.
Is that right?
I just made that number up, CD.
Right. I didn't think there was any science behind that one.
Oh, well,
Yeah, no.
he's untrappable,
Well-
CD. Untrappable.
Look, he's Miles is a player, and George. I'm
Yeah.
sure you look at other players on our list right now. Look, what I'm 100% sure of is that our club provides the right environment for the players to get better at. If ultimately someone wants to leave and go, let's say, go home, there's not much we can do about Port Adelaide being in Adelaide if they want to return to their home state. And we have, over time, got good players out of other states who want to come home. So, we're providing the right environment. I'm sure that those types of things will take care of themselves if we get to that point. But right now, I've got no reason to suggest that either someone like Miles or George would want to leave Port Adelaide.
Yeah, well said, well said. CD, it's your call. Would you sign Ken right now?
Look, thankfully, Rowey, it's not only my call. Ken's doing a fantastic job right now. He's been really well supported by a coaching group and a playing group who look like they're really bought in at the moment. And our entire focus, as has been Ken's, is on what we can do week to week. But there's no doubt that he's giving himself the best opportunity of being re-signed at the footy club, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, you got Ken in one corner that you love. You've got Koshy, who's the chairman of the board. Do you feel like you're a little bit of the piggy in the middle? You've got to make this all balanced? Because if he was at any other club, 10 in a row, one of the favourites, to look at that midfield, the development, the connection of the players to coach to players, every other club would have signed him by now, but your club hasn't.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure that that's the case, Stephen. I think ultimately when two parties who make a decision at the start of the year to put contract talks off to a certain period of time in the year, generally speaking, the good clubs stick to that. I've got no reason to believe that Ken hasn't wanted to follow through with that. In fact, I know that that's exactly the case for Ken. I am a bit worried that David's going to have a bit more time in his hands, though, after pulling the pin on Sunrise. I'm going to have to sort him out. But no, look, they're both on the same page. It's a hallmark, I think, right now of a really strong footy club that they're backing up what they said they would.
Yeah. What's that saying about idle hands?
Mate, you're far too smart for me. I don't know that sort of stuff. You've stumped me twice now.
CD, love you.
Footy management.
Here's Timmy. You're doing a mighty job at that.
Yeah.
Here's Timmy.
Just talking about the management, with the renovations that are happening over the other side, how's that being balanced? Because what I'm seeing is nobody's lost the focus of what you've been able to do, winning and all the rest of it, but while sitting in completely different environment to what most AFL clubs would be doing.
Yeah, look, I give our people great credit at the moment. They're having to deal with something that will be fantastic into the future, but certainly right now it's not overly easy. We are getting a bit of a squeeze on facilities at the moment with our AFLW squad returning to training, which is fantastic. But at the same time, we're all changing out of the same facilities over the Foss Williams family stand side of the ground. It'll be great when we get the lights up. They're I think 2 or 3 weeks away, which will be fantastic for the club. I guess, Tim, we're all taking a longer term view of saying a bit of short term pain in order to have some fantastic facilities, and I think that what we will have, is modern, first class, high performance facilities. But at the same time, I think the club has stayed true to its suburban roots. So I'm really looking forward to what gets built there, and I'm sure that we'll pay the right amount of homage to the people and the great club that we've got based at Alberton.
Would there be an opportunity to maybe sneak in before finals to the new facility?
Ooh.
Yeah, look, I hope it's finalised before the end of the season. But look, ultimately, we'll wait and see, Tim. If it gets done right towards the end, then I'm not sure that you'll have too many people who want to go over there straight away. I think we'll sort season 2023 out and then get into the facility over there, for the start of pre-season for 2024. But right now, it's really exciting to see the building going up over the other side.
Well, you're in a building at the moment that's actually seen a lot of success, so it might be all right, mate. The vibes might be coming through.
I keep rubbing myself on the ground and hoping that anything will transpose into the group. But as I say, they've done a really good job so far. We've been training, doing our gym stuff at a place called Game Ready at Everton there, which has been a great facility for us, and the players have been fantastic so far, understanding, as I say, that the facilities are going to be great longer term. We just have to go through this year of a little bit of pain.
You're a proud redback, CD. You sound a bit tired. You haven't been sitting up watching Travis Head get his 100, have you, every night? Watching every ball?
I'm so pleased for Trav. He's such a good guy, a massive Port supporter, and I think we've all supported him. It's just fantastic to see him take his career by the scruff of the neck and make sure that they can't drop him into the future.
Yeah, well, they dropped him before the test. CD, you're a star. Thanks for your time.
Good on you guys. Thank you.
Good luck tonight for that perfect 10, the Bo Derek.
The Bo Derek's what we're looking for.
If there was a ladder for GMs of football, I think it'd be universally acknowledged he's a top 4.
Well, there was some talk when Brad
GM of AFL,
Scott went to that he might get into that.
I think he
area.
loves Adelaide too much.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
He doesn't
too.
need that.
Nah, we'll keep him at Port Adelaide. He's doing a good job.
5AA's coverage at 6:40 tonight. The Bouncers 7:20. Port Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs at Marvel. It's time for the 5 o'clock news. Warren Treadray to join us next.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. Saturday mornings from 9. Join KG and Cornsey for the Saturday Sports Show.
Football clubs or whatever sporting club we talk about shouldn't get involved in that, in the political side of things. I don't agree with that, not at all. They're a field of entertainment.
Saturday mornings from 9.
I don't think you can avoid politics these days.
Well, you got to, because politics and sport don't bloody mix, Doug.
They do.
No, they don't. Well, if they do, they shouldn't.
The Saturday Sports Show on Adelaide's 5AA.
Organising a memorial for a treasured family member can seem like a lot, but not if you speak with Adelaide Memorials. For over 40 years, Adelaide Memorials have kept the memory and spirit alive for thousands of South Australian families, with beautiful designed headstones and plaques. It's often the last thing we think of when a loved one passes, but it's also one of the most important. When that time comes, speak with Adelaide Memorials. Visit adelaidememorials.com.au.
Hi, I'm Peter Berkowitz from Berkowitz Furniture. When winter comes, there's nothing quite like enjoying time at home. So make home more comfortable and more stylish for less at the Berkowitz Winter Style Sale. You'll save up to 40% with heavily reduced end-of-season models. There's special pricing on all new orders too, with beautiful Australian furniture you can customise to your own impeccable style. It's the Winter Style Sale at Berkowitz. We're a furniture family. Marland Homemaker Centre.
1 to 5, light rain falling in the Adelaide Hills. Take care. Can't even see them at the moment. Low cloud as well. Lights on. Beep, beep, beep. Is that the noise you'd make?
And when you're reversing, yes.
As we all know, SA is going through a housing crisis as Treaders sits down right now. But McGain Real Estate, they're trying to help you out the best.
That's what they do.
This is who I'd lean on.
Oh, yeah.
McGain.
Look, if you're a landlord, you're thinking about selling that property, but you're going, got that really great tenant in there, and then I don't want to upset that. Well, McGain want to help you out. What they do, they got landlords ready to purchase your property and keep that tenant in place so it's smooth.
How important is that? McGain, they've got hundreds of landlords ready to buy investment property, so there's no need to stress about asking that tenant, out you go, pack your bags,
Don't have to.
you're off ski.
Stay right where
they've
you
got
are.
astute buyers, they know the value of a good tenant and want to keep them in their place, and they want to keep them happy.
Exactly, and this is easy
It's
because
not hard, that,
with
is it?
these investment buyers ready to go, you could save thousands on marketing as well. So it's win, 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 win.
There's a reason you see signs popping up everywhere saying, Timmy,
sold by McGain again.
Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1395 AM. Talking Adelaide. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
A possible shower tonight, a shower or two tomorrow, 17. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Mel Usher.
It's nearly tax time. Act now for immediate delivery on Mitsubishi Triton from Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Elizabeth.
There's been a house fire at Angle Park. The alarm was raised around 2:30 this afternoon on Murray Street. Nicole Ely from the MFS says crews extinguished the blaze and a female occupant was taken to hospital.
MFS and SOPOL fire cause investigators are investigating the fire's cause. Damage is currently estimated at $100,000. Investigations continue.
Charges have been laid over a fatal crash at Kai last month. It involved 2 cars and a truck and happened on the Dukes Highway on May 26. A 19-year-old woman from Keith died at the scene. An 18-year-old man who was driving a ute has now been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. He's been bailed to front court in August. Australia's police ministers have taken a major step toward establishing a national firearms register. Zach De Silva has the story.
State and territory police ministers have sat down with the Federal Attorney General to work out how a national firearms register would work. The measure was proposed in the wake of the Weambilla shooting last year, which left 2 police officers and a neighbour dead. The register would improve communication between law enforcement agencies and create a shared record of guns and gun owners. Ministers have locked in a number of options for how it'll run. They'll be taken to National Cabinet in coming months for the final sign-off.
The Coalition says the Federal Finance Minister could have misled Parliament over when she knew about rape allegations made by Brittany Higgins. Leaked text messages show Senator Gallagher may have been tipped off before the claims were made public. Senator Gallagher has always denied she had advance knowledge. Senior opposition MP Angus Taylor says the Finance Minister must explain what she knew and when.
She needs to be clear about that, because otherwise, there's a very real risk that the implication will be drawn that she's misled the Senate. Now, she needs to clear this up straight away.
High-end electric vehicles could become cheaper as part of a proposed trade deal with the EU. The federal government is reportedly considering slashing the 33% luxury car tax for low-emissions vehicles. Car manufacturers argue the levy is reducing the uptake of EVs. Well, the number of new COVID cases in SA has dropped in the past week. There have been just over 2,500 compared to 3,700 in the previous 7 days. 24 deaths have been reported. 129 people with COVID are in hospital, including 4 in ICU. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Collect the newest 2023 AFL footy cards, available at Sports Card World, Regent Arcade.
The stage is set for a blockbuster at Marvel Stadium tonight. It's Port v the Western Bulldogs. The Power gunning for their 10th straight win. Port's head of football, Chris Davies, has told Rowey and Timmy G it's great to have Charlie Dixon and Travis Spoke pulling on the boots again.
Really pleased to have both Travis and Charlie back into the team. They're 2 guys who I'm sure you'd agree can help to make us better. So welcoming them back, they're both ready to go.
And the game will be live on 5AA. Tomorrow, Tex Walker plays game 250 when the Crows meet West Coast. To cricket, and Australia is on top in the World Championship final against India heading into day 3. India will resume at 5 for 151. That's in reply to the Aussies' first innings total of 469. And FIFA has announced Women's World Cup ticket sales in Australia and New Zealand have surpassed the 2019 tournament in France. More than a month out, close to 1,033,000 tickets have been sold. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
Afternoon at O'Halloran Hill, look out for a collision, Main South Road near Candy Road. Torrens Park, road damage due to previous waterworks, Belair Road near Grange Road. Busy in a couple of spots, including Hampstead Road at Taunton Road, also South Road at Anzac Highway. With cameras on the drive home, Mortimer Street, Karata Park, and you'll find another one, North East Road at St Agnes. Don't let them ruin your long weekend. Menulog is now delivering groceries and more. For those midweek top-up shops and forgotten items, you can now order on Menulog and get delivery within the hour. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A possible shower tonight, 10. A shower or 2 tomorrow, 17. Sunday, cloudy and 17. Showers developing Monday, 19. Right now it's 13 degrees. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Monarto heartbreak over the death of the Chimp Troop's alpha male, unmasking the Adelaide man accused of taking part in a lucrative international cyber scam. Signs SA's latest COVID wave might soon be over. The simple online tool to work out which solar technology will save you the most. Plus the Aussie lab treating heart disease in real time. I'm Brenton Braglis. The full story on 9 News tonight at 6.
The Teacher's Accuser, the gripping new podcast from Hedley Thomas and the team at The Australian. Follow the trial of convicted murderer Chris Dawson as he pleads not guilty to carnal knowledge of a schoolgirl. Available wherever you get your podcasts with extended coverage at theteachersaccuser.com.au.
Australia, now is the best time to enjoy Aussie fresh fruit and veg.
And right now, Coles 100% South Australian Pink Lady apples are in season. And just $4.90 a kilo. Just $4.90.
This week at Coles.
Offer ends Tuesday.
Here comes life. Prepare for it with Bupa, CanStar's outstanding value health insurance for 2022. Search Bupa to make the switch today. Bupa, because life happens.
Honey, how far away is that barbecue?
Mission update, time is 1300 hours. 4 burners are now operational. Sausages are commencing their final turn. Beer fridge is sitting at 3 degrees. Manual temperature verification. Perfect. Estimated time of food delivery, 6 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
If you take your role as Backyard Hospitality Director seriously, make sure your cuisine cockpit is A-OK with Adelaide Outdoor Kitchens. Outdoor appliances, custom concrete bench tops and basins, barbecues and custom furniture. AdelaideOutdoorKitchens.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
7 minutes after 5 on your Friday evening, Friday night game day. All thanks to Rusden Wines in the Barossa Valley, home of the Blackgut Shiraz. RusdenWines.com.au, of course, Port Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs from 6:40 on 5AA tonight. We're going to cross to London very shortly. Baratsunda Racing is there to give us the latest ahead of Day 3 of the World Test Championship final. We'll also get some tips from Terry McAuliffe and Matt Short, who signed on with the Adelaide Strikers, to join us shortly as well. But it's time to hop on the Foodland live stream, Facebook and YouTube, because this man's here.
Throws it up long, goal square, Treadray!
Warren Treadray.
The Premiership Cup to the captain, Warren Treadray. Oh, Treadray! Party time!
On the 5AA Sports Show.
Yes, indeed it is. And on Friday night, it's Father-Son night. And Leo Treadray has also joined us, which is terrific. Young Leo, what age are you, young man? 12. Fantastic. And
footballer.
Taller than Timmy already?
Who you played footy for?
And the Sharks.
The Sharkers.
There you go.
What happened last year?
Won the premiership.
Oh, gee.
Yes. They win everything, the Sharks.
Come from fourth, too.
Really?
Wow, that's all right. Fourth.
So
Fantastic.
centre-half forward like Dad, or just a...
Yeah, centre half forward and half forward.
Wow.
Kick both feet, can you? Left and right?
Almost.
We're getting there, aren't we?
Good man. Good man.
Yeah, actually, we're going to talk
That's
to Tritters
exactly
about that.
right, Ro. Just about to touch on that.
Go there.
Texas 250th, obviously a key position player, Tritters. We had a little question. You know, he's the best two-sided key position player. How many have there been? Now, I thought you were very good on your left as well, but there's been a big gap. There's a lot of players aren't two-sided, are they?
I don't want to whack the modern footballer, but
You're
not
gonna.
many. No. Well, I remember someone joked that certain players use their left foot to stand on and not kick. Like, there's a lot of guys that are very one-sided, and also too, how many times you see that right-hand handball to the right,
almost like a flick pass.
Yeah, whereas there's not many
left.
do left. So I think something's happened in that system, because in the era before I played, or towards the end of when they were retiring, I was starting out, we had Wayne Carey, you had James Hird, played as a forward early. He was forward, and Archer was brilliant, played forward and back, left and right. Carey was great. Chris Grant was elite. Right, but you look at Buddy Franklin, I can't remember him kicking right foot.
But when you're that good, you don't have to.
Yeah, that's another good point.
Yeah, but when you're that good, you could be even better if you could.
Okay.
Because every time they
go both ways.
Because look how many guys tried to cover him on his leg. Remember that? Early days, but Tex is elite at that.
Oh,
Charlie Dixon's pretty good at that too.
Yeah, that's a good
He's got a good left peg,
He's got a good left peg. He has. Very good skills.
But not many. The real good midfielders have got it, but not many blokes do now.
No.
They just back themselves to get on their favoured side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the
art.
Let's look at the power forwards now. Can Hawkins kick both feet?
I think he can, but he doesn't really have to,
No,
because he
but
marks
he's
everything.
He's not Taylor Walker.
No.
Jeremy Cameron?
He can, but doesn't really play to it. Yeah, it's not Taylor
Okay.
Walker. No.
Jack Rewalt?
Yeah, he can.
Tom
He can.
Lynch?
He can, but doesn't use it much.
Okay.
Tex gets a lot in transition. When I say transition, up high,
He does.
He leads one way, and then
Elite.
he'll just roll. Whereas a lot of Jack Rewalt rolls, but not many others roll a lot. They get back off their mark and then go back down the line.
You used to roost your left.
Yeah, well, because I had Brendan Lade sitting in the fat side.
Okay.
So I'd turn around and mark it on the wing going, what's going on here? Belt it, knowing you could lob it just on the other side of the square, and he'd just sit there and wait against... There. A lot of times, not many teams had really three good defenders, because at one stage it was Chad, myself, and then Lady. So one would always get the mismatch, and if it did, you send them deep. And Lady's super smart, let alone brilliant mark, and could jump on your head. So it was a bit of a play. Sometimes you overcook it and send it 10 metres over his head.
Well, he coach. God, he's stuck at it, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's at the Dogs now, and they're on a decent charge. I know they lost last week, but yeah, well, he would be every conversation about the next job.
He'd have to.
He's been
Has he
very
gone up
good
for some of the others, like say GWS?
I've never heard his
Kingo
name.
I haven't. I'm going with you, Rowey. I'm not sure. Maybe
whether he's actually gone to that last
race.
For
me, it gets a bit political, because you often look at the people getting the jobs. There gets a sort of a media wave behind you to push you, and I think whilst they can present really well, there's always someone that's seen as the favourite, and it's often the team that's still in the finals deep that you can get some real momentum behind it. But I'm not sure. I can't answer that honestly.
Up until Neil Baum, they used to say that ruckmen were dopies.
Oh, that's a bit hard.
Well, how many ruckmen do you know have coached, been good? Name one after Neil Baum.
After Neil Baum.
Well, before or after.
Okay, before or after.
Well, Matty Primus coached at Port, and I actually don't think Matty Primus... it's fair on him, because he had no resources.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Brendan Lade's one of the smartest football people, and from day dot you go, this guy's going to be a coach if he wants to be it.
Maybe it's because they're smarter than all of us and think, no, why would you coach?
That's exactly right.
David Pittman is one of the smartest footy brains I've met.
Yeah, I love
Pittman. And he goes, and he helped us in the 2004 generation of ruck work. But as soon as it come to full-time job, I think he'd have to take a significant pay cut. No. And two, I don't think he enjoys the media as much.
When he's a broker. He's a recluse now. Return your calls, Pitto!
Oh, yeah, well, not at Glenunga Footy Club. He's not a recluse.
No.
He's been heavily involved up there, hasn't he?
And isn't he the chairman of the Athletics Association?
At one stage, he was on the tribunal, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Early days.
Yeah, he's smart, Pitto.
He got out of that one quick.
Yeah, well, talking about selection...
he worked with me on air and he left, so he is smart.
There's a few of them.
What do you think of Port Adelaide selection? Was Ryan Burton a surprise for you?
I feel like they've played him out of form.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that he's been a victim. He's been a victim, hasn't he?
He's a victim because he was... And I think we spoke about it. Farrell's played forward. Why not push him against the Tigers forward? Leave Burton to settle in defence, because he was brilliant early in the year, got suspended, came back, was pretty good. Then they go, oh, we've got some injuries in the forward line. And they were decimated with Dixon and then Marshall's concussions, and then Lord comes in. But then he's forced to play, and they go, oh, yeah, you know, the narrative is, oh, yeah, he's a forward as a junior. Well, it's a totally different game. And there's the third tour, and then even that game against Richmond, by memory, they pushed Bergman there. Well, two guys that's not their one wood, you're pushing him to an area, and I actually think he's a victim of the club. Him being so versatile and helping his club out has him out of the team. Yeah. I don't like him out of the team.
No, I think we're better with him.
Well, if Port are going to win a flag, they need Burton up and going.
I agree.
But to drop him, I didn't like it. Okay, but I'm not sitting in a selection, and I don't know.
Speaks volumes of their development, and it speaks volumes of the coach, because there was a stage where he used to just play, stick and pick, stick and pick.
That big moment.
Our text line goes, "Will he make a change? Won't he make a change?" Well, he's making changes
now.
Well,
remember that moment when it changed? Ken went, coaching committee, and Ken at the time went Westhoff, Powell-Pepper, Ryder, and it was like,
I remember that.
Wow, that was 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so there is that. And I think Lockie Jones has done well. But is he keeping Burton out of the team? Don't know. That's a tough one. That falls to the defensive coach.
They're not the same, are they? Isn't Lockie keeping Jonah out?
Yes.
Well, he sort of is. But they're both going to, who's going to play on Jamara Ugle-Hagan?
Yeah.
Last time it was Bergman.
Okay.
Right? And then you've got...
Jones boy can do that.
Yeah.
He can leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Yeah, but also too, Jamara Ugle-Hagan this time round compared to Gather round...
It's a bit better.
He's developed a long, long way. Because you look at the other matchups, Mackenzie and Lelia will take either Rory Lobb or Norton.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about the Dogs is they're scary. They lead it and launch at the footy.
Yeah.
A lot of forwards will present at the footy. Norton gets airborne. and he'll jump 8 deep.
Who's that little rooster that can fly
Waitman.
as well?
Waitman.
He
And that's the bit that concerns me. Who's the matchup in defence that's Waitman? For me, that was Burton.
You know what I reckon they're going to do? They're going to probably put Williams on him. Williams surprised. I reckon he's surprised all year. Quite frankly, he hasn't.
Well, that's what I hesitant when you said that.
Yeah,
but he matched up Don Heaney. But I think if you're playing
yeah.
Waitman, you'd have to play him high. If he plays him out of the goal square, I don't like that matchup. But hey, it all comes down to forward pressure.
Do they swap it over then? Just swap over?
I think you would.
Yeah, just as he goes high, swap over.
Yeah, you just hand over your
to
matchup.
Farrell or something.
Yeah.
What about Dixon? What about Big Charlie? We thought he'd be through the sample. They love him. Straight
Yeah,
back in.
well, I think there's a lot of history. There's a lot of credits built up.
Yeah.
He's clearly fit. And he's played a role when he hasn't been fit.
They're a better team when he's flying.
Yeah, and I think, I hope Charlie gets on the move tonight, because there's history when Port get stifled against a good team, they'll bomb. And I think we've spoken about it at length the last few weeks. The unpredictability of Port's forward line has been a pleasing thing where they've really progressed. And Ollie Lord comes out of the team, pretty unlucky, had a quiet game, but he's been really serviceable about giving that dimension of being on the move. And historically, when Port gets stifled, it's when they play bomber to Dixon and 3 or 4 drop off. So I think we'll get a good look at how much they've actually developed in terms of Port's midfield, as to how their forward structure, whether it goes back to the old or it stays where it should be.
You got the 4 best kickers, 4 of the 9 best kickers inside 50. Butters, Rowey, Horn Francis, and Houston.
Yeah.
By the numbers.
Yep.
So they won't be bombing it on his head. They'll be kicking it and making him lead.
Yeah,
and
but those same guys have done it previously where you're in that situation. But I think they're
Port are a better team now.
They are a better team, yeah. And this is where I look at the game last time, a gather round. The Dogs, Port wins by 2 goals. Roundabout, was it about 2 goals?
Yeah.
But the Dogs were the better team for 3 quarters. And remember that last quarter, Port pushed Butters into the midfield. Here's 12. Horn Francis had 12. It was a last quarter demolition.
It was.
Right, and I think at one stage it looked like Marshall was not right, and we were saying, do we need to sub him? And then he takes 2 marks, kicks 2 goals. But also, too, let's not forget, the guy that has been Port Adelaide's nemesis didn't play last time, Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith's previous 2 games, last year, and then that prelim final, he's averaged 24 and 3 goals.
Who's on him?
I don't know. Because he plays half forward up, so that's a Houston or that's a someone. You can't let this bloke go.
Bergman?
Okay.
Could be Bergman, but if Bergman might be Jamari Ugle-Hagan because he played him last time,
Probably
it would have been Burton.
Would have been Burton.
And so they'll have something set for it. So maybe if it's Lockie Jones, Jamari Ugle-Hagan, or it may be Lockie Jones follow Bailey Smith. But Bailey Smith's a star. He scares me. What he did in that prelim final, I think he kicked 4, then he kicked 2 last time, and he's had 20-odd touches. So not only you go, hey, let him go get the footy, he hurts you on the scoreboard.
I think Bontempelli's a bigger star than him.
Well, I'm not saying... I'm just saying this guy didn't play last time.
Yeah.
Bontempelli was a freak. He had, I think, 12 clearances at 3/4 time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's scary. And the Dogs are, bar last week's performance where they sort of rue some missed opportunities against the Cats.
You'll beat them tonight under the roof.
Maybe.
It's going to be a great night.
Oh, I think it's going to be... It's a big test.
14 points the last time they played.
Yeah.
Port Adelaide by 14.
It was all in the last quarter.
Correct. They
It's
were
going to
down
be
by a couple.
a great night.
Yeah, 19 after 5. We'll come back on the other side of the break with more of Warren Treadray. Traffic time. Don't miss out on 3 Portion Paradise bonus draws. The deadline is midnight Friday. Homelottery.com.au.
Afternoon, look out for a crash at O'Halloran Hill, Main South Road near Candy Road. Torrens Park, road damage there due to previous waterworks. Belair Road near Grange Road. Really busy at the moment, South Road as you're driving through Karauta Park, and also super heavy Marion Road at North Plimpton. Slow going for works at Hindmarsh, Port Road near George Street, and look out for a camera, Winifred Avenue at Glandore. Check out the Ford Ranger Drive Car of the Year right now. Drive a winner only at your local Ford dealer. See Ford.com.au for details. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Tune into the 5AA Sports Show each week for Where Are They Now? The sporting names you remember from the past, revisited. Thanks to Walco. Winter is here. Save money, get a Walco Guardian pool cover. Visit walco.com.au.
How would you like a Porsche Macan and a Hawaiian holiday? Get your tickets in the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery by midnight tonight. And you could be one of 3 winners of the Porsche and Paradise bonus draws. Your tickets will stay in over 13,000 1,000 prize draws, including the $4 million grand prize. But you'd better hurry, only hours remain. To see full details, visit homelottery.com.au by midnight tonight. Licence M14364.
At WEA, we can teach you hundreds of things, or you can be the teacher. If you have a skill or passion you'd like to pass on, contact WEA. We'll even help you build your course. Visit wea-sa.com.au.
It's time for an Explorer caravan read there, Stephen, isn't it? You know that. You love exploring these caravans.
Yeah, if you love the great outdoors, I need to switch on sometime. Well, Treaders was talking to his colt and me. And
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Don't blame me for your bad
Treaders.
work.
That's what you can do. You can lose yourself in the outback when you go with an Explorer caravan.
Here's your next-gen destination. It was always Adelaide's go-to for caravans. There's never been a bigger and better one. Great outdoors, get to it. Explorer Caravans, Timmy.
Spot on. Explorer Caravans have recently doubled the size of their showroom, so it's massive. You can expect double the stock and double the odds you'll find exactly what you're looking for.
2 years ago, couldn't get a caravan, couldn't draw you one. How's this? If you know what you want, you'll get your new caravan pretty much straight away.
That is amazing.
If you're still figuring it out, you can rely on Dave and his boys, plus the years of experience in the industry, to help you get the job done. You can say, I want a double bed here, I want that there, I want that to fold out, I want this here, I want a shower there, and I want that right there.
Do it all.
Custom make the damn thing.
Incredible. So for a massive range, great deals and expert advice, you can't go past this family business.
Adventure waits at Explorer Caravans, now bigger and better. Head to 345 Prospect Road, Blair Athol.
When you've been around for over a century, you know a thing or two. And Business SA and Ray White have almost 300 years between them. So when an alliance is formed between Business SA and Ray White Business Sales SA, they're bringing all their experience to your business, making sure it's in top shape, whether you're buying, selling, or somewhere in between. So go on, touch base with the experts. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Proudly partnered with Business SA.
This is RB Day with more tales from the bedroom thanks to Supercraft Bedding. Supercraft Bedding has been handcrafting mattresses since 1873. Now you'd think there's a bit of waste. Well, we've been recycling before it was on trend. Leftover foam is crumbed up and made into special positioning pillows for hospitals or affordable pillows for charity. This is RB Day for Supercraft Bedding, building better beds at 42 Richmond Road, Keswick.
Feeling the burn? Save cash with Cheapest Chips Hot Buys.
Cheapest Chips.
Kickstart your day with Nescafe Extra Fort 160 gram, $6.99. Stay fresh with assorted Rexona deodorants, 2 for $7.50. Always soft, always strong. Pick up Sorbent 32-pack toilet rolls, just $17.99. And True Blue 2-litre soft drinks, incredible value, 3 for just $5. Check out this week's catalogue for more hot buys in-store and online. Live cheaper with Cheapest Chips Hot Buys now.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
24 minutes after 5, Warren Tredray's here in studio, and we'll head to England very shortly and speak ahead of day 3 with Bharat Sundaresh.
Yeah, the big one is the AFL's on the hunt to find out who leaked the Hawthorn investigation to the ABC. If you haven't heard it, here's Gil McLaughlin on 3AW.
The way it leaked put everyone in a more vulnerable position. The complainants, the defendants, the club, the league, and so that's, I think, a consequence. It's a direct consequence of that, and so it means that people to be heard have been leaking, or their representatives have been leaking, or people have been talking.
The leaker is in the gun. Whoever that lowlife is, he'll get outed. Lose his job. Well, it is.
Low life?
I reckon it is.
Really?
Yeah.
How many leaks have you got? How many contacts have you got in Clubland?
Or not many. We don't break stories here.
Don't you?
No. I don't reckon I've ever broken a story in 26 years.
Wow. Mate, everyone talks.
No.
Whether it's a family member, whether it's a manager, whether it's an official,
There's
whether
certain
it's a
things
someone...
get leaked. I get that. Caroline does it in a few of them.
Oh,
but
everyone
this was an in-house investigation of the executive and the board of wrongdoings around racism on 3 key pillars of your club, one being a 4-time premiership coach. Don't you think he deserves
I think everyone deserves. I think it's abhorrent.
Respect? Absolutely. So those sort of leaks.
But I think it's a bit rich for the AFL to come out and say, well, people will be accountable that leak. Like, we all know that whenever they want something, I'll be honest, whenever they want something in the public forum, it appears in a paper.
Oh, yeah, but
it appears in a gym.
Yeah, but leaking of fixtures are a lot different to this.
I know,
this has wrecked people's careers.
I know that, but
and
then maybe the
reputations.
people that did that actually come out and said, I feel for this person, and that's why they leaked it. I'm not trying to justify whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that stuff gets out, and if the AFL were oblivious to think they could keep this in-house on such a big story, they're deluded.
No, but they didn't want to keep it in-house. They
didn't want it in the public forum.
Well,
it got in the public forum before anyone was ready. Is
but
that
that's
fair?
right, and that's a dog act.
Yeah, but that's also a situation where some people, aggrieved or not, whether they like it or not, will leak if they don't like it. I'm not trying to defend the people, but the reality is I think it's a bit rich for the AFL to say, well, we're going to find them and track them down. What, you think they've taken it from a club server and emailed it straight to the media? Nah, people are smarter than that.
Okay.
They'll be doing all sorts of things
But
to
you'd
get
be
it out.
filthy if that was leaked from your club.
Mate, if I was innocent...
If any of my executive or board leaked something as sensitive as that, I'd be filthy.
And if I was innocent...
And I'd give them life.
Yeah, well...
Life.
I don't know if it's life, but yeah, you'd lose your employment because it's a breach of your contract, isn't it? Your employment. But the fact that people will do a lot of things to get themselves one up in life, and that doesn't make it right. I'm just saying that I think it's a bit rich to say we're going to hunt this person down.
Yeah. Did it surprise you that Cyril Rowey was one of the complainants? No, it didn't.
No, I'd heard about something years earlier.
Yeah, right.
About how he felt his family was treated by Hawthorn.
Right. Because when he...
I'm not going to say what it is because it's
career
alleged.
short.
It cut his career short. He walked away. There was a lot of hurt.
And the game's poorer for it.
Well, I was surprised when it happened, and I was like, you know what I was doing straight away? I didn't know these circumstances, of course, so I went straight to see Paulie Vandenberg and said, could we go up there? You know, he'll settle down in a year, maybe miss footy, and then we can go and get him and bring him down to Port. You know, and he was there, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So we were sort of thinking that, you know, it was
when Port Adelaide you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just wondering why Cyril was just retiring a bit early.
You would have been one of 16 clubs.
Yeah, you're right. Probably.
Yeah, and the reality is what's happened and what's been highlighted, there's different perceptions of what people say, because you say people are aggrieved and they've had their name tarnished. Which side are you talking?
Both.
Yeah.
This is a lose-lose for both sides.
Well, this is the problem. And has it been a horrific situation for the game?
Yeah,
no one knows the real details, so I don't think...
If those executives / board people or office staff, whoever it was at Hawthorn that leaked it to the ABC and felt really good that night with their head on the pillow, I wonder if they had any consideration for both sides of the party.
I got a phone call
because
the other day.
Because it's hurt both sides of the party.
I got a phone call the other day that said this is very political. So they think this is an agenda. And I thought, that's a fair allegation.
From who?
Political.
Yeah, but from which side? From the
So
Indigenous
it's been-
side or
so it's
from the
been linked
club
on
side?
purpose.
Or from the AFL side?
No, I'm not saying... I'm saying political parties.
Oh.
Based. And I went, wow. I didn't quite understand that until I got a little bit of info.
Was the word green used in all that?
I'm not going any further than that, but it's a division tactic. What people are saying is a division tactic.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't quite understand that, but political people sort of go, yeah, it smells like it's something.
Well, when that word political's mentioned on a sports show, I've got to go, nyeh. Pull the reins, Timmy. Everyone's
Absolutely.
looking at me.
Because the story doesn't add up.
No.
That's the bit for me, all of it.
Yeah. Hey, Treaders, see you tonight.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, just don't go too far. We got to
hang on.
We got to get on the
Will
kite.
you go home and come
call the
back?
game.
You're on air at 6. Big night.
6:40, mate.
Timmy might need a little lie down. Do you know he started the show with Bo Derek? First sports show ever to mention Bo Derek in context on the sports show.
I told you he's not right.
You're probably a bit young for Bo Derek.
I'm
Do you know Bo
Googling. I've
Derek?
got Leo here Googling Bo Derek. You know who it is, Leo?
Treaders wasn't born in 79.
Actually, Leo, I'll
was
give
one.
you my Bo
go.
Derek poster.
Goodness gracious.
It is 5:30.
Gee, that's a bit awkward.
It is time for the headlines. Thank you, Treaders.
He's
We'll hear
Googling Bo
from
Derek.
6:40. We'll head to the UK next with some cricket chat.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. This is Adelaide's 5AA.
Good evening, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A woman is in hospital after a $100,000 house fire at Angle Park. State and Territory police ministers have made progress on developing a national firearms register. All of the big four banks have now passed on this week's official interest rate rise to mortgage holders in full. And in sport, Crows fans will be out in force tomorrow for Tex Walker's 250th. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Worried about cheap insurance? Who offers great value cover you won't regret? Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by Amy, read the PDS and TMD at amy.com.au and consider whether it's right for you.
At Torrens Park, there's road damage due to previous waterworks on Pelea Road near Grange Road. Busy in a couple of spots, including Hampstead Road at Taunton Road. Also really heavy at the moment, South Road, you're driving through Ashford, and pretty slow going at Marion Road at North Plimpton. Cameras on the drive home today. You'll find one at Anzac Highway, Ashford and Raglan Avenue at Edwardstown. Head to Health offers free mental health services with no referral or appointment required. Call 1800 595 212. This message is brought to you by the Australian Government, Canberra. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, a possible shower tonight 10, a shower or two tomorrow 17. Right now it's 13 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 and as it happens on 5AA.
Go round! I'm pedaling as fast as I can. Oh, shut up. Wait, there's a KFC. $4.95, fill up with mashies. Oh, shut up and take my money.
Not everywhere and not forever. Only till 4 p.m. Pick up only.
Let New Zealand take your breath away on an exclusive 17-day getaway with Holiday Wonders Mitcham. Fly direct from Adelaide with Air New Zealand and experience the best of what the North and South Islands have to offer, with meals, accommodation and so much more included, and more highlights than any comparable New Zealand trips. Right now, it's our best value ever. Save up to $980 per couple. Call now or visit holidaywonders.com.au. Holiday Wonders, Belair Road, Mitcham.
I'm here at Cherry Glen Osmond. It's home to the car that everyone is talking about, the Cherry Emotor 5. What a spectacular vehicle. It's light years ahead of everything in its class and starting from 33,000 drive away. It's got everything you dream of in a car. The tech is mind-blowing and it comes with a 5-star NCAP safety rating, 7-year factory warranty and fixed price servicing. If you're looking for a new car, you've got to go Cherry. Book a test drive at gocherry.com.au.
Now, if you're a fan of Coopers, you're in for a real treat at your local Sip and Save.
Now, check this out. Purchase any 24-pack of participating Coopers beer. Score a bonus 750ml long neck of the same Coopers beer.
Yummy.
Grew up on the old long necks.
Beautiful.
Oh, good.
Aren't they great?
Oh, good. Simply grab a 24-pack of Coopers Pale Ale, Sparkling Ale or Stout, 375ml bottles to claim your bonus long neck. There'd be people that wouldn't know what a long neck is.
Oh, they wouldn't know. Wouldn't have a clue. You know, they doubled up as a good sauce bottle too.
When you're a tradie and you got home, well, it's a bigger bottle.
750ml.
There you go. You're right. Get home as being a painter, a carpenter, a chippy, road sweeper.
Yeah.
Hey, love, get us a long neck.
Nice little Cooper's Pale Ale long neck.
Good. Perfect time because Cooper's Pale Ale 24 packs, they're $54.99. Sparkling Ale, $59.99. Cooper's Stout 24 packs, $63.99. Don't ever put lemonade in your stout.
That's a portergaff.
Don't like that.
No, all right.
It's not what real Port Adelaide people do.
Fair enough too.
Add a bonus long neck and you'll get yourself the equivalent of 2 extra stubbies at Sip and Save only while stocks last.
That is correct. For even more great offers, head in store, download the app or visit sipandsave.com.au and remember, drink responsibly.
You never forget building your first home. But you don't always get a say on things like the style and choice of pavers. You get what you get. So with your second home, get in touch with Paving SA and get what you want. A beautifully paved driveway, stunning paths and entertaining areas, retaining walls to make the most of your property. For paving, retaining walls, earth moving and concreting, say good day to Paving SA. pavingsa.com.au.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
25 minutes to 6. Still plenty to come. Terry McAuliffe to join us from racing.com. Give us some tips ahead of the weekend. And Matt Short from the Adelaide Strikers signed on today for another couple of years.
Australia are in the box seat at the Oval for the World Test Championship. Joining us live from England, I think he might be in his happy pants. He's been all over our Twitter account.
Yeah.
Our resident and favourite cricketing expert, Bharat Sundaresan. Bharat, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Yes, I mean, I'm in the process of putting on my happy pants. I'm just about to leave for the Oval.
How do
So you
I
got
get
me at the right time.
Good. How do I get your job? You were living my cricketing dream.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great job. I'm very lucky to be doing this, but it's very difficult to convince your wife that it is a job. Like, I've been doing this for 15 years, and for 15 of those years, she's wondered what I really do when I'm away. So.
Let's run through the card. India will resume at 5 for 151. Who was the star bowlers?
All of them, to be honest. I thought the first 3 overs, the Australian bowlers seemed to struggle with their radar, Mitchell Starc in particular, but the plan was accurate. I mean, the plan was on the money. On this pitch, up and down in nature, there's a little bit of seam movement. You had to attack the stumps. Generally, you come to England and you want to bowl that 4th, 5th stump line and get batters edging. But here you knew that if you could keep attacking the stumps, one will keep low, one will jump up at the batter. So the plan was right, and it took Scott Boland playing his first ever competitive red ball game in England to show them how it's done literally. So he came on, and that first over itself, you could see that the game had changed. India had to make a lot more decisions, ball after ball, than they did in those first few overs. And Pat Cummins got his radar right, got his length right, got rid of Rohit Sharma, and from then on, once Scott Boland got rid of Shubman Gill, Australia was so well on top of India that, and I mean, that special delivery from Mitchell Starc to Virat Kohli had a lot to do with the pitch. It was a good length delivery that just rose up on Virat Kohli. Would have been the highlight of the day in many ways because of who it got rid of. But I thought the other bowlers were the ones really who set it up.
That's spot on there. I thought the day or the morning belonged to India. I thought getting Australia out for 7 for just over 100, I thought that was fantastic to sort of get rid of what could have been threatening anywhere near 550.
That's absolutely right. But having said that, I think the damage was done already by then. Day one. And our own Travis Head is the one who's responsible for it. And it puts into perspective just how incredible an innings it was. It's not, and you just look at the scores after the first day's play, you would think, flat pitch, they're back in Ahmedabad, this test is going to be a timeless test. But it really wasn't. Ball has done a lot throughout, like we saw yesterday. You're never in. Virat Kohli was looking really good before he got that delivery. So were all the other top order Indian batters. Just tells you how special it was. And he almost killed the game, but took the game so far away from India that even though they did take those 7 wickets, 460 itself is at least 100 runs more than what Australia almost needed to put a lot of pressure on India. That is a lot of runs.
What did you think of the Indian bowling performance? Did you think it wasn't sharp enough?
Yes. I mean, the issue for India was once they didn't have Bumrah. I mean, they haven't had Bumrah for over a year now. And once they decided to leave R. Ashwin out, you always knew what Mohammad Shami and Mohammad Siraj would do. They would be at the batters. They have always had the wood over the Aussies in many ways. So you knew that was going to be a challenge. But as we saw on day one, once David Warner in particular saw off the new ball or saw off Shami and Siraj, it did get easier because the likes of Umesh Yadav and Shardul Thakur, they might give you wickets, but historically they've always given you enough boundary scoring opportunities as well. And that's what David Warner feasted on early on, and that's exactly what Travis Head did as well. So I think they were flat. I mean, they weren't consistent enough, and they would look at that pitch and say, how did we end up conceding 460 runs? It kind of tells you that, there were holes that Australia picked very, very nicely.
Our selectors left out Trav Head. You know that Bharat in the first test against India got egg on their face because he's now an absolute star. I think you not picking Ashwin's a bigger mistake. Goodness gracious me. Won the toss, sent us in. The test is ours. I mean, we can't lose from here.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, what?
He's done it again.
Yeah, I mean, it will take something extraordinary, from here.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean we've seen India do that before. We've seen India do that before against Australia, but not in these conditions. Yeah, not in these conditions. And look, Ashwin not playing is I can't think of any other sport where number one ranked player doesn't get to play in the World Cup final. I mean, it's unless he's injured or banned, right? It's just bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre. Barat, stay safe over there. Thanks for that. We'll keep in touch. Are you staying there for the 5 Test series?
Oh, very much so. I'll be bleeding true blue till the end of the English summer. It's going to be a very exciting summer.
Okay, if you've got a spare room, I might just sneak in there for the Lord's
well
Test.
done,
How about that?
Oh, can't wait.
Gee, you said that with me. Barat's on the race and you're a star. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
He is our resident cricket expert, lives in Adelaide, loves his cricket. He'd be torn because he likes both, loves both.
Absolutely.
Why do we play Thunderclouds when I make an absolute obvious comment that they cannot lose from here? With 300-odd runs in the front, they're
we've
5
had
for
2
151.
days of a 5-day test.
Yeah, and it's starting to break up.
I saw Australia have England in 1981 go back in to win by an innings, and a bloke called Ian Botham
there you go.
rip us apart.
Well, hang on.
And give them a little bit of hope, and then Bob Willis wipe us out, and we lose an unlosable test match.
Well, this
odds
lineup,
of 500 to 1.
Yadav goes okay. Their 2 best bowlers aren't there. They haven't got a bowling lineup to get us out 20 wickets. Well, why are you laughing, Sam?
Just don't
love
curse
a big
us.
comment. Yeah, that's
Don't
right.
curse
Jimmy,
us.
watch this one. Who made you the cricketing expert in this little panel?
No.
Just
Who made you?
Just because you play cricket, you trundle around. What in the Hills League, Div 8? What are you?
Not very high, let's be honest.
He's a bit of the bowlologist, I reckon.
Timmy, he's gone red.
He has.
I've got him red. Get on the Foodland live stream. And
Ranella Winefly he is.
Yeah, well, let's talk to someone who might
you
know
got
a
a little bit of
little
shiny
bit more.
forehead behind the panel.
I'll tell you what, some good news down at Saka, though, today.
Good.
Really great news if we talk about our strikers, Timmy.
Well, Rowey, some great news. He was BBL player of the tournament last year. Unbelievable season, and it just went on and on from there. But he's re-signed with the Strikers for 3 years. We welcome Matt Short. G'day, Matt.
Hello, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, congratulations on the 3-year deal, mate.
Thank you very much. Yeah, very exciting.
Bloody oath. After a player of the tournament last year, you must have been happy.
Yeah, obviously some nice personal success last year, but the plan's definitely moving forward is to try and put together a decent squad again and really push for finals this year.
Yeah, so those imports that we obviously normally get the great Rashid Khan back in action, but any other names that have been floated about?
Look, we're in early doors for the draft, so I guess I don't even think the names have been released yet for who's available. So certainly some conversation to be had, I guess, over what sort of players we need, and whether it be hopefully get Rash back as a genuine spinner and lower order batter, but I think with some power hitting in the end and through the middle like last year with Adam Hose and Colin de Grandhomme, I think we'll be looking for something similar like that.
And you had a little experience in the IPL as well with the Punjab Kings. What was that experience like?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's like the big bash on steroids, I've been saying. It's pretty full on. They obviously love their cricket over there, and come to games in numbers. I don't think there was one game where there was an empty seat. So much louder, a lot more people, but experience was good. I was lucky enough to play, I think, 6 or 7 games, and sort of felt like I dealt with the pressures pretty well, and it was a nice first hit out in that competition. I guess it's they all say it's the pinnacle of T20 cricket in the world. I was very happy to be part of it.
Matty, well done, mate. Great to have you for those 3 years. Well done in India as well. Has the Australian selectors talked to you, knocked on the door, given you any indication, because you're the hottest thing in town?
Thanks, mate. I've had a bit of contact with George Bailey, actually. he's sort of just been keeping me in the loop, and I've called him a couple of times just to sort of see where I'm sitting, and things are looking pretty good. I think obviously there's a lot of cricket, with the Test matches on now, and the Ashes and World Cup over in India. So those Aussie boys are in for a hell of a summer coming up, or winter now, and then our Aussie summer. So I think there's a couple of white ball series here and there. There might be one over in South Africa and one in India after the World Cup. So they just said, I'm in their plans for those kind of series. If guys, want a bit of a break before our Aussie summer and stuff like that. So hopefully some opportunities around the corner.
Well, I wouldn't listen to George Bloody Bailey. He dropped Trav Head in the first Test versus India. And look what he's gone on. How good was that 100? Matt, did you watch it, Trav?
Unbelievable. I watched, I didn't see the whole thing. Obviously, it was a bit later. But, certainly, it got me buzzing the next morning when I was watching the highlights. He's in some serious form. It's good to see.
Hey, Matt, you were captain for a lot of last season, and just mentioning Trav, maybe he can just concentrate on his national duties. How about being permanent captain? Can we do that?
Ooh.
It's certainly something we've spoken about. Yeah, I loved it. Had a few games last year. Obviously, Peter Siddle was step in, but missed a couple of games through injury, so I stood in there, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, obviously being a shorter Big Bash this year, and the Aussie guys having a hectic summer. I think I'm not too sure how much we'll see of Heady or Alex Carey as well. So
yeah, could be an opportunity.
Yeah, it's something we've been talking about, sort of thrown with Dizzy Gillespie and Tim Nielsen as well. So yeah, it might be a good opportunity to step in and skip at the side.
Now, your partner Maddie Wilson, of course, great swimmer. Would she prefer you to live here?
Oh, I think she would. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just package it up and you become a redback as well?
Oh dear.
What's the point of fighting it?
Certainly happy that I'm sticking around for another few years.
Oh boy.
Brilliant, mate. Hey, look, congratulations on the 3-year deal. It's fantastic. We look forward to a great season. Down to 10 games from 14. Should be an absolute ripper. Matt Short, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks, lads. Thanks for having me on.
Well done. He lit it up this year.
Oh, yeah,
Did he light it up?
Loved it.
Sweet.
That 100 against the Hobart Hurricanes was the highlight. Unbelievable. He didn't even know he had 100.
Matt Short, our guest.
3 years, fantastic to have him back once again. Let's check your traffic. Don't miss out on 3 Portion Paradise bonus draws. The deadline is midnight tonight, so go to homelottery.com.au.
Looking for a breakdown on the drive home, Elizabeth East, Yorktown Road near Main North Road, just at the intersection there. Torrens Park, road damage due to previous waterworks. That's Belair Road near Grange Road. The Southern Expressway quite busy as you're exiting at Noarlunga Downs, and South Road at Karata Park really busy. Slow for works at Edwardstown, South Road near Ackland Street with the camera Mortimer Street to Karata Park. Enjoy no joint fees and memberships from only $7.99 per week at Zap Fitness. Limited time only. Visit zapfitness.com.au. T's and C's apply. Available on select memberships. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show. What makes an iconic South Australian business? It's a special combination showcased in 5AA's Best of SA.
Maxima is an SA success story. Over 35 years, Maxima has grown to support communities with 70 locations across Australia. Every day, Maxima works towards a better Australia by helping people into meaningful employment. Maxima supports both job seekers and employers across an extensive range of services, including recruitment, apprenticeships, training and NDIS support.
The Best of SA, thanks to major sponsor Maxima and Adelaide's 5AA.
Prepare for life with Bupa. Get up to 10 weeks free when you join on eligible products. Plus, we'll waive the 2 and 6 month waiting periods on extras. T's and C's apply. Search Bupa 10 weeks free today.
Is there a God? What is the meaning of life? Do I actually need unlimited data to watch a few cat videos on my commute? Cute.
Question everything, especially your telco plan. Get the data you need at low prices with Aldi Mobile.
I'm going fishing with Christian from Rusden Wines on Sunday, so that cellar door is going to be rocking and rolling tomorrow and Monday.
You beauty.
Aren't you going to the Barossa this weekend?
Yeah.
You're leaving tonight or after game tomorrow?
No, after tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I tell you, it's a first-class region, the Barossa Valley, and Christian likes to promote the region And if you promote the region to go to other wineries, that's good for everyone.
They love it.
But drop into Rusden because it's one of my favourites. It's got the Ripper Creek, the Christian, the Boundaries. You like the Boundaries,
Love
don't
the
you,
Boundaries.
Cab Sav? Mine's the Black Gut Shiraz, the #1 red in South Australia.
Beautiful.
There's nothing better. It's mother's milk. It's better than mother's milk. Love it. It's red season. That means footy season. So please do yourself a favour. Make your next red to Rusden. When you plan a weekend, you got to just put it in your little trip.
It's great.
Isn't it one of the best little cellars?
Beautiful. It is a beautiful little cellar door.
Yeah.
They sit down, they take you all through it. I
know.
I don't know.
We're blessed.
It's just a lovely way to do it.
And this time of year is magnificent with the leaves falling and it's a little bit cold. He's got a massive fireplace. That fireplace is 105 years old.
It's red weather.
I've cut the last red gum that went in there.
Really?
Because I stole the rest that put it in, took it home.
Oh, that's lovely. You'll love to hear that.
Sorry, I'm going fishing with him. And we're going to get some wine and we'll bring it back and he might just put that in his cellar. Black Guts is the home of Rusden Wines. Rusden, it's red season. Check out their winery. Check out the cellar door. But do this. Log on to rusdenwines.com.au.
Southgate GWM is overstocked and all vehicles must be cleared. All models, all colours, price to clear. Make an offer. Don't buy anything until you speak to Southgate GWM. Just 25 minutes from the CBD. Only at Southgate GWM. LVD 152780.
Whether you're in Moonta, Mount Barker or Murray Bridge, there are over 450 independent RAA approved repairers across SA. We've got RAA's Mark Borlace here. G'day, Mark.
Hi, David. We really do have SA covered. From servicing and mechanical problems to crash repairs and specialty jobs. Like air conditioning maintenance, South Aussies can trust an independent RAA-approved repairer to do the right job every time.
And those RAA-approved repairer signs, they're a sign of trust, aren't they? And they're not easy to get.
No, they're not. We put them to the test for quality workmanship and fair pricing, and we talk to their customers. If we trust them, you can.
Thanks, Mark. It's a sign to trust and the sign you should look for. With over 450 independent RAA-approved repairers across the state, there's bound to be one near you. Search RAA-approved repairer for more. RAA-approved repairers are independent service providers, not agents of RAA. Terms and conditions apply. Available from RAA.
Keep on moving on.
It's official, prawn season has begun and SA King Prawns is the place to go for the freshest catch. When Tony, Heather and their crew aren't at sea, they're selling their delicious catch in the SA King Prawn Store in Edinburgh North and SA Farmers Market, Pooraka. Pick up 5 kilos of raw prawns from $60. Buy 2 or more 5 kilo cartons, get $5 off per carton. SA King Prawns. Saturdays only at 15 Hewitson Road, Edinburgh North. Sundays only at the SA Farmers Market, Pooraka.
5AA Breakfast. Joe Biden called Prime Minister Rishi Sunak Mr. President, having previously called him Rashid Sunak.
Well, Mr. President, I just demoted you.
Informing Adelaide. Rishi Sunak sitting there and relaxed, and Joe Biden has cheat cards. He's holding cards that he refers to prompt his memory regularly during the conversation. Yeah, you're the president.
Dot point, you are in England.
6 a.m. weekdays on 5AA.
With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, 7 minutes to 6, the footy. Port Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs at 6:40 live on 5AA. It's time to get racing.
Racing.com with Terry McAuliffe. G'day, Terry.
How are you, Tim?
Not too bad. I just heard some bad news. Fields of Omar passed away.
Yeah, I did. I heard that this morning, actually. I heard it on the 5AA news earlier this morning. Yeah, what a wonderful horse he was. He was a great horse for Lindsay Park, not just for the Hayes team. Tony McAvoy trained him to win a Cox Plate as well. So, yeah, wonderful horse and, yeah, sad news.
Yeah, we can't live forever, unfortunately, Terry, but I can live for another winner. And do you have one?
I was hoping you were going to come out all guns a-blazing, pumping me up from last week, where I tipped Pudding and Monty Polciano, and they both won, and Rowey was actually all over them last week as well. He liked both names.
Well, he loves
Montepulciano.
Montepulciano.
If it was to be my opening, that's where I would have started it, but Timmy tries to think it's his segment for racing.com, so...
Well, I've got to say thank you, Terry, because
well done.
I did
Two
back
from
both
two.
those.
Yeah, well, I know
Legend.
Rowey's ears certainly picked up last week with pudding, which he referred to his own gut.
Yeah.
Montepulciano to his, well, probably what helps to his gut.
Well, don't tell me you got one this week, have you?
I thought the best on the program this week, boys, was race 2, number 3, Metro Legend.
Yeah.
Ran really well on Goodwood Day, ran second. Think he can go one better tomorrow. And bit of value in the last. I like number 11, Bayesian Bill. Very open race, the last race on the program. I've got a feeling there's going to be an upset there. Brody Smith's got his horse in, Chosen Blonde, but I'm going for the 1-2 below it, number 11, Bayesian Bill.
Timmy's got a theory.
I do.
Yeah.
Pythagoras in race 4.
Oh, that's not even funny.
Oh, no. He started it.
No, you can't have that.
Well, Timmy, come on. You're better than that,
Worked
mate.
beautifully, Broey.
You're
Worked
better than
beautifully.
that.
You set it up. You set it up beautifully. So, any chance whatsoever is Pythagoras.
That's got a good chance. Horse is racing well. Good stable. Comes across from Victoria, trained by Aaron Purcell. Young Ben Price riding. So he's riding in great form. He rode a double there last Saturday. So, yeah, it's got a chance in what looks a pretty open race.
Beautiful. And I'll just keep sticking with my namesake in race 7, number 3, the Smiling Assassin.
Smiling Assassin, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
One
last start winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm
last start winner.
very happy with that
Is
too.
Juniper in that race as
Juniper's
well?
not there yet, but we'll keep an eye on it.
Hey, Tez, have a great weekend.
You too, boys. Any chance the Blues might somehow find a win somewhere?
Haven't they got the bye?
No,
I wish
got the
I
Bombers.
did.
Got the Bombers. Sunday night.
I was at Complete, and a bloke needed his truck done, an Isuzu. And
Yeah.
he comes in and he goes, Rowey, what a bee. So he's taken off KG. Beautiful day. And he goes, and then he goes, if you keep ripping into Carlton, I'm switching off 5AA. So Tez, there's a lot of you
There's a
out
truce.
there. I
There's a
swear,
truce.
there's a. I'm done with Carlton gags.
Good.
I like him because he come into Complete and I had to be. He did it better than Cage. It was funny. Well done, Tez.
See you, boys.
Let's
See
go
you,
to a
mate.
man that drinks long necks, Prashant.
Hey, Prashant.
Hello, how are you?
Good, buddy.
I had never heard of stubbies until I came to Australia in 2001.
Okay. Is that
right?
Only long necks. Anyway, yeah, I thought I will follow David Penberthy's advice and for my own mental health sake, get off the cross.
Yeah.
But then this is Taylor Walker's 250th,
Yep.
and I'm a huge fan. And I've used his name as my username in one of the chess website I play on.
Oh, do you?
Brilliant.
Hey, I used to play chess against people all around the world. Are you pretty good at it?
I am okay. I'm good. I think I could beat you.
What?
hang on.
You're a challenge coming on here.
What? Because I
Cooper's
fancy
long neck.
myself as a
Cooper's long neck on the
what,
line.
What side are you on? How do I find you, Prashant?
I'm on chess.com.
Okay.
I reckon we bring you both in here and bring a board in.
And
Rory, why don't we play face to face?
Yes.
Done.
Hey, we'll do it here. We'll do it here.
That's a date.
Ringside. I'll sell tickets.
Prashant,
It'll be on main
our
event.
men will ring your men. We'll have a Cooper's long neck
Long
each.
neck on it. Yeah.
And what I'm going to try and do, Prashant, is get you get him absolutely off his dial. I was going to swear. I'm going to give him about. Oh, you can drink sparkling ale, and I'll have the
mild ale.
How about that, Prashant?
Yes, sorry, nowadays I don't drink beer, I only drink whiskey.
Oh, God,
better.
Okay, after every
pals
move,
involved.
you've got a scull of Cooper's sparkling ale, and I'll take you on.
Gee whiz, it's happening, isn't it?
Oh, no problem, yeah.
Done.
All right,
That's
we'll
a
set it up,
challenge.
Rashan. This is a challenge.
He's taken off his
The
white
chess
glove,
challenge.
and he has slapped my face.
It has.
That's a challenge.
Take
Prashant,
that, sir.
stay on the line. Our men will get to your men, and we're going to film that on the
This is
Food Lane
brilliant.
text line.
Oh, we've got to get this set up Friday night.
I
Fight
love
night.
the sound of
Friday
this.
night, fight night.
Get a crowd in. I like the sound of that.
No. Well, I'll take him on.
Mate, we'll
That's
do
massive.
it. Absolutely.
How good are you at chess? You must rate yourself.
Well,
It
you
does.
know I do.
Well, it does. I reckon
Yeah.
he'll lose confidence as the week goes
I
on.
just quickly, I know it's 1 minute to 6. I'm going to have to get him absolutely off his dial. For about a year, I played this lady in South Africa, in Cape Town, the same time every night. And you can talk to him while you do it.
Unreal.
And it wasn't like it was it was just chatting and playing. And we were at the bit about, but you end up playing someone at the same level and it ends up a challenge. So she wins, I win, she wins, I win. For about, my wife will back this up. Anyway, in the end, and it was never personal. When I said, ask a question. Anyway, she was a doctor of 4 kids, and she's now a surgeon, and
Unreal.
ended up there. And,
Like
and
a
in
pen
my
pal.
head,
Yeah.
in my head, I just thought she was this buckle wheel, like could be anyone. Like she was
playing chess.
So I pumped myself up. I'm thinking she's just a villager.
Yeah.
No disrespect intended.
No.
But she
Still
ended up
good.
being I'd be.
You should watch the Queen's
I'd be a
woman.
surgeon.
You should
She
watch
would
the
be.
Queen's Gambit.
So she would make a move, go and see a patient, and I'm thinking, hurry up.
Doing what?
I said,
Saving lives.
Hurry
Saving
up.
lives.
Yeah, about an hour later, she's come back, made a move.
Just the
and I'm
night
sitting
to
there.
F5.
Make a tea.
Prashan, you were in serious strife, mate.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Looking forward to it.
That's a bombshell to end your Friday.
Love
we are
it.
going to head to the 6
There you
o'clock
go.
news. Oh, and by the way, I should mention
So I'm
before
full
the
of
news,
surprises, I am.
we haven't read our Best of SA this week.
Who is it
Best
today?
of SA, of course, House Inspect we're celebrating today.
Ah,
if you
good
want to
old Mike
win,
Pearl.
8223 your chance to win an annual pest inspection valued at over $200 and 2 tickets to Best of SA next Friday night. It'll be this time next week
Ooh.
at Adelaide Oval.
It is too.
8223
That's where the chess game's going to
Do
be.
you know?
Oh, look out.
Do you
Centre
know
Square.
Do you know what my nickname is?
No.
Prashan.
No.
And Prashan would know this name, Bobby Fisher.
Ah, Bobby Fisher.
Just call me Bobby.
Always 4 moves ahead.
Yeah. Timmy.
Hilltop Hoods.
Just call me
Love
Bobby.
Fisher.
We'll see
Love
you
it.
Monday.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G. Online, on DAB Digital Radio, and on 1390.